What's good, people? Your boy, Man Mike here. Uh, as you can tell by the title, you're probably trying to wonder what the hell am I talking about. But I'm about to connect the dots real quick, and we're gonna have a lot of people that's gonna be upset about this one. I promise you that. So before I even get started, y'all already know what to do. Hide your kids, put them away, turn on some Barney, turn on the Powerpuff Girls, whatever the hell you got to do, get them out of the room because it's about to get nasty. About to get real serious up here because I'm quite frankly sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of it. Absolutely disgusted by everything that I see. And we're talking about some real Falcons fans too that's saying this shit. It absolutely blows my mind that we praise one person for quote unquote recruiting, but as soon as another person starts recruiting, or this person wants to do this, or that person that wants to do this, or this team wants to do this, and that team wants to do that, it's perfectly fine for that person to do it, but it's not okay for this person to do it. What the hell am I talking? I'm probably confusing the hell out of a lot of people about this, but as you can see with this, yeah, you got a picture of Skip Bayless, and you got a picture of Debo Jones. Okay, we got a picture of Debo. Can anybody take it, uh, take a shot at trying to connecting the dots with this before I get started? Like, just somebody connect the dots. I just want to take a second for you guys to take a just take a shot in the dark and see what the hell is Mad Mike talking about? Has he lost his damn mind? Am I just tripping because I'm tripping? Yeah, just take a shot to see what Mad Mike is talking about and how in the hell does the Atlanta Hawks and the Atlanta Falcons have anything to do with either with each other? Just take a shot at why I'm saying this. Just take a wild guess, just take a shot. Because I'm saying this from let's take a wild guess. Atlanta Nation, Fred Moore Jr., Melvin Emery, Tail Sports and Gamer, what's good? I'll give you 2 more seconds to kind of get you guys thoughts. Why am I connecting the dots? You stupid mother. Just take a. Yeah, I can't stand in front of my own house without a fucking moron decides he doesn't have a phone and he doesn't want to call people, so he sits in front of my house and blows the fucking horn like he's an absolute retard. Okay, excuse my language, but that's what happens. I just know today, in this day and age, there's a such thing as cell phones, and there's such thing as a thing called texting somebody, or you could possibly call somebody. Okay, this is one of my major pet peeves. When a stupid motherfucker who has a phone, okay, just sits in the car and just blows the damn horn. Yeah, that's one of my major pet peeves. So if you ever decide to come to my house, don't sit out and just blow the fucking horn. Please don't do that. So let's get back on topic. Okay, all right. So basically, what this has anything? Basically what this is? Weezy B, don't look. You can't be a Falcons fan and be a Celtics fan. You disqualified, okay? So any opinion that you have on the Atlanta Hawks, and you supposed to be a Falcon, how the hell are you a Falcons fan and a fucking Celtic fan. But if you don't get the hell out of here, where you from? I need to pull your card. How the hell are you a Falcons fan and a Celtic? That didn't even make sense. As you can see, I'm a little bit perturbed today, so you're gonna have to excuse my rude behavior, okay? Oh Lord, how the hell are you from Chicago and up? Oh Lord, that's even worse, bro. How the hell are you from Chicago and a? Oh Lord, is the world just here to just piss man Mike off today? Like, is this what the day is? Piss man Mike off day. How the hell are you from Chicago and you a fucking Celtic fan? The hell? This nothing makes sense these days. All right, this nothing makes sense these days. So, bro, you still, bro, you from Chicago and a Celtics fan? How? Like how? Okay, how? But let me get on topic, all right? Y'all came to tune in for a reason. The reason why I brought this up is because not only is it Skip Bayless, but I'm seeing a trend here that a lot of people just don't want to speak on. Because we have the right to do whatever the hell we want to do. Yay! I have a right to do whatever I want to do. I can say whatever I want to say. Yeah. All right? And one of those things that people are talking about is Trae Young. And it's not so much that Skip Bayless said it. I'm seeing this all over the place. I'm seeing this growing trend all over the NBA. Yeah, I'm gonna hurt some feelings today. And some people in my own camp. I'm gonna hurt some feelings today. Because on one hand, you have guys that say they just went out and got a bigger, better Trae Young. And he's talking about DeJounte Murray. And I'm not even going to respond to that. But Ben Stenar, Skip Bayless just said Atlanta Hawks traded for DeJounte Murray as an indictment on Trae Young. So was the Warriors drafting Klay Thompson an indictment of Steph Curry? What the fuck is he saying? This is stuff that I be talking about. This is like I said, I'm about to connect the dots. It's gonna make a lot of sense once I'm done, and it has a lot to do with the Atlanta Falcons as well. And it's just the mentality of a lot of fans just today. Why? Because you like who you like, and you have every right to like who you like. But the biggest fucking problem is the people who turn around and do the exact same shit you guys hate. Who am I talking about? What am I talking about? I'm talking about Kevin Durant. Oh yeah. Kevin Durant haters. All right. So before I even get started on this, disclaimer: I'm a huge Steph Curry fan. Okay, huge. No, I'm not a Golden State Warrior fan, but I'm a huge Steph Curry fan. We share the same birthday, so I have a biased opinion on him. But I'm a huge Steph Curry fan. All right, huge. But I'm a bigger Atlanta Hawks fan. And one of the things that really pisses me off is that we have these people out here who see this guy who is proclaimed the greatest basketball player in the world. He's the best basketball player in the world, but he's sitting at home. I don't remember Kobe Bryant sitting at home quite often when playoffs are happening. In fact, Kobe Bryant had guys that weren't in their prime. You can make the argument whether or not Paul Gasol was in his prime. You can make the argument of whether or not um, Lamar Odom was in his prime. But the issue that I have is you got this self-proclaimed king, okay? You got this self-proclaimed king that is up here bitching and complaining every time he doesn't get his way. He bitches and complains every time he doesn't get his way. And then he starts looking and searching and then sending out clues on All-Star break that he wants to team with Steph Curry. Like, what are we doing, people? What are we doing? Your king, Princess James, or Princess LeBron, is going out trying to recruit the entire world ever since he left the first time to go to Miami. This dude he's been recruiting Jesus. He's been wanting everybody to come play with him. And his fan base is just perfectly fine with it. No, you're not here to prove that you're the best ball player in the league. You guys make excuses as to why he doesn't want to compete. And I mean that exactly the way I said. He doesn't want to compete. LeBron doesn't want to compete. Why? Bitch, he load managing. Who the fuck load manage? Who in the fuck load manages? Real basketball players don't fucking load manage. Okay? Who the hell, as a NFL player and a fucking playoff in basketball? I don't remember Kobe ever load managing. I don't remember Michael Jordan ever load managing. I don't remember Allen Iverson ever load managing. Practice? Nah. Okay? Nah. He's not going 100% in practice. Okay, I can get that. But I never saw any of those guys taking games off because they didn't think the regular season was worth it. No, they wanted to play all 82 games so they can bust your ass and they can prove that they are the best of the best. Okay? Like I said, I see. A lot of LeBron fans done left because your head so far up his ass, y'all don't know the truth. Y'all don't want to listen to the truth. So about 10 people done lost because I started. 10 people done left because I done started talking about LeBron, Princess LeBron. Yeah, look, 2 more that's gone. Look, see, this is exactly what we talk about. You don't want to speak on topics because you get in your feelings. You don't want to sit down and have a civil conversation about something that's the truth. And like I said, the reason why I'm bringing up Princess LeBron is because you got KD out here literally, all he wants to do is make sure that he goes to a team that benefits him. He's doing the exact same thing LeBron been doing. He's doing the exact same thing that LeBron is doing, but he gets so much hate. You got Skip Bayless, not Skip Bayless, but Shannon Sharp. I love Shannon, but he's a fucking hypocrite right now. He shouldn't be speaking on anybody's name as much as that queen has been. Look, as much as LeBron has been recruiting and actively recruits, even this is a season. You're supposed to be looking to win championships, playing games to win championships. Instead, your head is so far up Steph Curry's ass you don't want to do. You got AD, you recruited AD, you recruited Westbrook, and you still couldn't even make it to the playoff. But this is supposed to be the guy that is your king. He's supposed to be the best player in the league, but we hating on guys like Trae Young. Like I said, I was gonna bring it back home. But we hating on guys like Trae Young because he's there going out and bringing in guys. The same thing that LeBron is doing. Every year he's trying to recruit somebody so he can build another super team. But as soon as the Atlanta Hawks start doing the exact same thing, trying to make their team a lot better, now you have John Collins, DeJounte Murray, who's an all-star himself, and Trae Young. But it's an indictment on Trae Young when the Hawks do it. But when LeBron does it, when LeBron does it, he's trying to compete for championships. He's trying to become the greatest player in the league. You don't see the hypocrisy in this shit. When Trae and the Hawks go out and try to make their team much better, it's an indictment on Trae Young. So somebody explain that to me, because I'm not understanding the differences. Somebody please explain to me. And Michael Walker, we was a sprained foot away from the finals, the NBA finals. But somehow the Hawks going out and trading for an all-star guard is an indictment on Trae Young, and the Hawks aren't trying to compete. They're trying to cover up Trae's deficiencies. Well, excuse me, motherfucker, because I thought that's what you're supposed to do as a general manager, is cover up your superstar's deficiency. For instance, Michael Jordan was a guy, when you put him in a game, all the attention would go directly to him. Teams would double, triple team Mike, and there would be no ball movement. Why? Because everybody would just, Michael Jordan would have 63 points, but nobody else would touch the ball. So what the Bulls did, they went out and hired a guy called Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson brought in the legendary Tex Winter, who created the triangle offense, which is similar to what Golden State and San Antonio runs. It's a motion offense, and he created that offense. Why? So teams couldn't just focus on Michael Jordan. They would have to play defense. Ball movement is essential. Now, why do I bring up ball movement? Well, you go back to this playoff game with the Heat. Well, the Hawks did not have a second ball handler. So all Miami did was the entire playoff game, they just beat up Trae Young. They chopped him. They full court pressed him the entire time. They frustrated him. But that was the reason why that is because they had nobody else who can handle the ball. So at the end of the day, the Hawks did what they were supposed to do. They covered up Trae Young's deficiency. Now he can focus on being a scorer and playing off the ball, similar to guys like Ja Morant, Russ Westbrook, Steph Curry, Trae Young, all these types of guys. Like all these types of guys, this is what Trae Young can end up playing like, off the ball. Something that Michael Jordan had to learn, Scottie Pippen, all these guys had to learn how to play off the ball. So at the end of the day, I'm confused as to why isn't an indictment on Trae Young because they're covering up his deficiencies. But again, when you got a guy like LeBron James, okay, this dude done had how many? Look, I don't know count at how many all-stars that this dude, and I'm talking about top all-stars, not just no regular all-stars. These dudes have had Hall of Fame legend players play on with him. Before Kevin Love went to Cleveland, Kevin Love was a 20-15 player. Okay? And I'm probably shortchanging Kevin Love. I think he was averaging damn near 25 points a game and 15 rebounds before he went to Cleveland. And LeBron turned him into a jump shooter. Do I have to bring up what AD was before he went to LA to play with LeBron? Yeah. Do we really want to talk about that? Do we really want to talk about the fact that Dwayne Wade? Huh? Do we got to bring up Dwayne Wade playing with Shaquille O'Neal and them winning? Do I have to bring that up? Do I have to bring up Dwayne Wade being? Do I have to bring up the fact that even Chris Bosh was a 20-10 guy before he hooked up with LeBron in Miami? Do I have to bring that up? Do I have to bring up what Kyrie Irving is and what he was? Do we have to bring this stuff up? These are the things that I'm talking about. So it pisses me off when people say that it's okay for LeBron and company, but when you got Kevin Durant and Trae Young trying to do exactly the things that LeBron is doing, oh, they don't want to compete. He's soft for doing exactly what LeBron doing. The hypocritical bullshit that comes out of people's mouth is fucking sickening. And like I said, I love Shannon Sharp, but he's the biggest fucking hypocrite when it comes down to this. How can you sit there and with a straight face and say, oh, LeBron is just trying to... This is the same shit that you guys crucified Kevin Durant for, is running to the team that whooped your ass. LeBron is literally trying to team with Steph Curry, but the same narrative for that isn't the same. It's not the same when LeBron is doing it. But when KD does it and wins Finals MVP twice, he's not a competitor. Yeah. He's not a competitor when he does it. The Hawks aren't trying to make Trae Young better. It's an indictment on Trae Young. And why do I bring up Deion Jones in this situation? And look, Kevin, it's deeper. Like I said, this is not even about Skip Bayless. It's the narratives surrounding sports altogether. Like I said, I'm gonna bring everything home. I'm gonna connect the dots even with football, because even the narrative with that, it pisses me off even with that. And a lot of my people who support Matt Ryan, like I said, y'all look, it's going to make a lot of sense. It's going to make a lot of sense. So, like I said, my issue isn't the fact that LeBron is trying to win championships. It's that Kevin Durant is doing the exact same thing that LeBron is doing. But everybody trying to call him, he's not a real competitor. He's not trying to win championships. He's trying to prove, like what is it? Which is it, people? Oh, we gonna talk more about this later on tonight. Like I said, it's I'm gonna bring it out. Like I said, I'm gonna bring it home. Check out Six Man K Style. We're going live about this tonight. Because, and we got the heavy hitters coming up Wednesday also. Myself, Jew, K-Styles, the heavy hitters. We got our channel, the official channel. We're gonna do a lot of NFL stuff on the heavy hitters. A lot of NFL talk, not just Falcons talk. But this is the thing that really bothers me when we talk about the hypocrisy. Why are people so much? Why is there so much hypocrisy in the game? Why? Because you just don't like the guy? I tell you right now, I do not like anything about LeBron James' game. Yeah, I'm the biggest hater. Oh yeah, I'll tell you to your face. I do not like his soft ass, crybaby ass, wimpy ass. I gotta call everybody to help me ass. Yeah, I don't like nothing about LeBron James as a basketball player, because he's weak. He cries, he runs away from the challenge. Do I have to bring up him running away from KD in the finals? I don't remember Kobe Bryant running away from a challenge. I don't remember Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley, Dominique Wilkins. I don't ever remember those guys running away from a challenge. But this bitch did. And I said exactly what I said. This bitch does that. And is he one of the greatest players to ever play the game? Absolutely. I've never seen a guy that has had this much luck and has been this, his endurance, his ability to stay healthy, spending money on his body, like that's admirable. I get that. But this bitch does not like a challenge. I don't care how much y'all try to cover it up. This bitch runs. He tucks his tail when he can't get the players around him. When the organization said, hey man, we can't give you more of this. Guess what LeBron does? Well, I'm taking my ball and I'm going to LA. Well, I'm taking my ball, I'm going to Miami. Hey Miami, nah man, you ain't gonna give me what I want? No, I'm going back to Cleveland. We see this time and time again. When shit get hard, this bitch runs away, and you guys make excuses for it. Say, oh man, these organizations, they don't really want to play the back man. They don't want to play the back man. Why they trying to keep a black man down, Mike? Why you trying to keep a black man down, man? And here, Ruben, exactly what I was waiting for it. LeBron James completed all of his contracts. He never forced his way out. Bullshit. Stop it. He tucked his tail and he ran. And if I were LA, his ass would be the first. I would trade him in a heartbeat, because he left that franchise with nothing. They have no pieces. They didn't have no first-round picks to at least 2025. Why? Because LeBron James tucked his tail and left and tried to force his way and force the organization to bring in guys like AD and Westbrook. Look at what LA gave up just to bring AD and Westbrook. And look at the ruin and the chaos that he left Cleveland. Not one, but twice. Pat Riley did not give him what he wanted, so LeBron ran back to Cleveland. He told Miami that he was going to be there to win how many championships? Not one, not two, not three, not four, not five, not six. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that, though, didn't you? Yeah, Pat didn't give him what we want, so he ran back to Cleveland. But we up here talking about this man is the greatest of all time. When he tucks his tail, he doesn't get what he wants. He starts running back and try to play that power. And Michael Walker, that right there. LeBron James exposed the NBA with those 2-year options. Every 2 years, he has an option to opt out. Why? Because it puts the organization in a position where they have to give him what we want, or they end up with nothing. I sound crazy. Well, I'm sorry, sir, but the facts aren't crazy. Did he not run to Miami? Did he not say, after they lost in the playoffs, did he not say, well, I got my 2 years in Miami. I got my years in Miami. He did the ops out, and he ran back to Cleveland. Did he not do that? Did he not just do the same thing with LA when they lost? Did this not happen, or just Mike just making up stuff? Did he not just say in the All-Star game that he wants to play with Steph Curry, and then Steph Curry says, "Nah, we good. I'm good." Did that not happen, or just am I making this up? I just think, come on, man. Come on, bro. Look, don't get mad at me. I'm just pointing out what the facts are. And I understand why people like LeBron. I totally get it. But the facts are the facts. The facts are the facts. The fact is, LeBron invented what we see today. Oh, he made it famous. Let me rephrase that. He didn't invent it, because we seen players before, not in their prime. Okay, not in their prime. We seen players form quote unquote super teams, but these guys are damn near, these guys like 30. They on their last year. Scottie Pippen, Charles Barkley. They did in Houston and Portland. Like, we've seen this before, but most of these guys are old. You know what I'm saying? So the fact of the matter is, no, LeBron didn't invent it. But what he did do is find something that worked, and he didn't give a damn about whether or not it's going to put the organization or his teammates in a bad position. So this is one of the reasons why Kyrie got the fuck up out of Cleveland and said, to hell with LeBron. Whether it was a good idea or not, he put his teammates and organizations in bad positions. It's the facts. Cleveland's still trying to recover. So, you don't have to like the facts. This is what we talk about. The facts are the facts. See, here you go. Oh, man, you calling that man like... Man, shut up. Get your weak ass out of here with that bullshit. Come on, bro. The facts are the facts. If I'm out of line, it is what it is. This is in the confines of talking shit. This is what a debate is about. If you can't handle the debate, you shouldn't even be in the conversation. The facts are the facts. It's weak. That shit is weak, bro. You get into a fight, you don't want to fight, guess what? You don't call your homeboys to beat up one person. Nah. You gonna stand there like a man and try to take your ass whooping one-on-one. Either you get got or he get got. One or two, but you stand there like a man. Well, LeBron doesn't do that. LeBron likes to call his friends and company. And now we're seeing everybody do it. But the issue is, they're weak for doing it when LeBron is just trying to win. That's the issue that I have. Everybody doing it now, but KD's weak, the Hawks are weak, and every other team is weak because they're trying to do exactly what win championships now. You have to have a number of high quality players. So that's one of the main reasons why Golden State went out and got Anthony Wiggins. This guy's been a terrific player, a wonderful all-star player, All-star caliber player his entire career. All-star caliber. And that's debatable. So this is the reason why teams understand this now. No longer can you like dominate the league with just, one or two solid players and everybody else role players. You rarely see that nowadays. And that's the issue that I have. If it's weak in KD, if KD is weak for doing it, if Golden State is weak for doing it, if the Hawks are weak for doing it, well, tell me why LeBron ain't weak for doing it. I have Laker fans that are absolutely disgusted by LeBron being a Laker. They're disgusted. Yeah, real Laker fans don't like that LeBron is on their team. Why? Because he destroyed every part of that team. They have no future. The only way they're going to get out of this, and LeBron, they got to trade LeBron or trade AD. And now the Lakers they're in a position where they don't want to do that. They have no choice but to go out and get guys. And no, this is no disrespect to Shaq's son. You up here getting older, you up here getting young guys like Sharif O'Neal. And like I said, and Scottie Pippen Jr. Like, come on, bro. Them guys will never live up to their father. The Lakers are absolutely desperate. They don't have any money. They don't have nothing to offer a lot of these players. Why? Because of what LeBron brings. And like I said, most LeBron fans don't like the truth. At the end of the day, the truth is the truth. And that's my issue. So if LeBron is gonna be weak, if KD is weak, if it's an indictment on Trae Young that you're going out and get another all-star caliber player, well, LeBron need to be, that same standard need to be held for LeBron as well. That's where the issue lies. Man, come on, bro. If LeBron, bro, everything you saying I've heard before. No, I don't want look. I don't want nothing to do with LeBron because I know what comes with that. I'm not that desperate for a championship that I will hold myself for a guy like LeBron. LeBron is no longer the same LeBron, where he can carry a team just on his own for the most part. He's no longer that guy. He knows it. The Lakers knows it. His teammates know it. Something has to happen. His fans need to understand that. And like I said, that's just the facts, pimping. Real Hawks fan don't want nothing to do with no LeBron. Are we saying that LeBron isn't a great player? No. Never say that. Never say LeBron isn't a great player, because he is. Hall of Fame player, without question. But the facts are the facts. He's weak. Everything LeBron does is to favor him. Yeah. Not to help out his teammates. LeBron signs 3-year contracts, and it's really just an opt. So every 2 years, he'll resign, he'll go back to the negotiating. That's how LeBron deals with things. And it forces the organization to make a choice. Now it's getting to the point where organizations don't want to give up their entire draft and future for a guy like LeBron. This is the reason why John Collins is still with the Atlanta Hawks, because they don't want to give up their entire future. This is why Kevin Huerter had to go, because the Hawks did not want to just give guys away and get nothing in return. Gotta have something to give, bro. But like I said, sounds like good business. Well, yo punk, well, excuse me for that, but y'all asses wasn't saying that when Julio said that to us. See, this is what I'm talking about, the hypocrisy. You motherfuckers were crying like little bitches when Julio turned on us. Oh man, how you doing? Like, man, we just paid you, Julio. How can y'all do? How can you say that, man? How can you leave us like that, Julio? It wasn't this business when it was with Julio, right? Huh? Was it just business with Julio? Was it just business then? Yeah, excuse me. Was it just business when Julio did it? Was it just business when Arthur decided to get rid of Matt Ryan? Oh, you liked that though, didn't you? Oh, everybody liked it when it was just business with Matt Ryan, and yeah, we saw we weren't going anywhere with Matt Ryan. It was okay. Everybody was on board with that because it was just business. We didn't win championships with Matt Ryan, and we weren't going to win with this current roster with Matt Ryan, but it was just business then. You like it when it's just business. Why? Why do you like it when it's just business when a guy like Matt Ryan, Julio Jones? Why is it that? See, look, see, this is exactly where we headed with this. You fell right into the trap, Ruben. You fell right into the trap. I love it when LeBron fans fall right into the trap. Matt Ryan was overpaid, and that's the problem. Well, LeBron James is overpaid himself. He getting paid too much money not to be making the playoffs, my G. See how that works? Matt Ryan didn't make the playoffs either. So LeBron not making the playoffs is LeBron? Is he overpaid if he's not making the playoffs with those 3 stars? Like just answer that question. And I know what's coming. Oh man, he averaged a damn near triple-double. Okay. It was just business when Matt Ryan did it. There's a thing called keeping, helping out teammates and not being selfish in sports. Because other guys depend on LeBron James. Other guys depend on a Julio Jones to be on the field. If a Julio Jones ain't on the field, the running game, the offensive line can't do their job to the maximum effect. So they depend on guys like Matt Ryan, Julio Jones. So when you're constantly going back to the table, asking for money over and over and over and over again, guess what happens in that? Yeah, other guys don't get paid. That means your role players go to other teams, which is exactly what happened to the Atlanta Falcons. This is why you seldom see dynasties like the Patriots. Why? Because at some point in time, the role players gonna get mega contracts. Which brings me to the point of why I brought up Deion Jones. Yeah, Maggie T. Wait, if Matt Ryan being overpaid was the problem, then explain why we were about to throw the kitchen sink at Watson. Look, this is the stuff this is the stuff you can't make up. It all comes down to whether or not if you like a guy. Has nothing to do with the truth and the facts of the matter. LeBron didn't make, and then here we go. Oh, it's just 1 year. Well, don't nobody count. Look, like I said, I know real Laker fans. I don't have conversations with LeBron. You know, I'm Brunsexuals. I'm gonna just say that. I don't have conversations with Brunsexuals. It was business when we just got rid of Matt Ryan because he was overpaid not to be making the playoffs. But when it come down to LeBron James, his team don't win championships. He runs. And he plays that power card. Where if you don't give me what I want, I'm leaving. Yeah, he does it every 2 years. He's been doing it his whole career. Which is why I'm so flabbergasted why people are hating Kevin Durant for doing exactly what LeBron does. Kyrie did exactly what LeBron does, and everybody hates these guys. It baffles me. Everybody was crying like hell when Julio Jones did it. He went on TV and said, I'm out of there. Everybody crying. Why? Because they love Julio Jones, and you couldn't imagine why Julio Jones. But soon as Matt Ryan was out the door, everybody couldn't wait to trade for Deshaun Watson, even though this guy had several sexual assault cases, damn near 66 cases. 66 women that are reported this man, 20, damn near 30 cases that's been settled outside the court. You couldn't wait to get rid of Matt Ryan for a alleged sexual abuser. Why is that? Why is it that you wanted to run Matt Ryan out at all costs to get Deshaun Watson? Why is it? Took some nerve, huh? I'll probably get some, quite a few, unsubscribes after this. I don't think people like too much truth. But if you fuck with me, you fuck with AFN, you fuck with Mad Mike Sports, you fuck with the Unholy Alliance, you know what we about. And excuse my language, but we speak truth around here. And if you want to have a conversation with yours truly, that's a thing called Friday Night Madness, where you can come on and speak your piece at any given time. We're not that hard to find. You don't have to show your face. We will have a conversation where you can speak your piece and your truth. But again, what if Matt Ryan was overpaid? Explain to me why did the Atlanta Falcons were going to throw the kitchen sink. I'm talking about well over $200 million to go and get not only just $200 million, but $200 million plus draft picks to go after Deshaun Watson. If Matt Ryan was overpaid. To me, by that logic, he's underpaid. But like I said, we're going to go into depth with this situation. 6-man K-Style, we got to get him over a book. But like I said, look, bro, y'all know what I'm about over here. We don't run from confrontations. We all about that. We about that energy. We don't tuck and hide behind we don't run behind our social media accounts. We don't run behind tweets trying to agitate people and then don't want to come on the show and have a man-to-man talk. We don't do that type of stuff. The Unholy Alliance, Atlanta Falcons Nation, we're willing to speak and have a civil conversation with everyone. That what makes us differently. That separates us from the bunch. I dare you go to any other platform where you can come in and speak freely, you can curse, you can do whatever you want, you can have any type of feeling you want. Say whatever you feel. I mean, one guy told me that he was here to save the world from Mad Mike. Yours truly just sat there and took it. Yeah. He's about to save the world from Mad Mike. He's the Robin Hood of all the Atlanta Falcons fans to save the world from Mad Mike because he didn't like my point of view. Just sat there and took it. What other content creators are going to sit there and allow you to bash them live on air and take it? We don't do running. We go head on. We sit there in the fire. We want all the smoke, okay? We want all the smoke. Hey man, Ruben, like I said before, there's real chat up here, bro. We want all the energy. And like I always said at the end of every rant, every live show that I do, don't take it personal. This is what we do over here. You can't stand the heat, stay the fuck out the kitchen. Cause that's what we do. Everybody get it. Everybody gonna get it. Everybody gonna get roasted. Everyone. No one is off limits. No one is safe. That's what makes us great. That's what makes our fan base so great. And I love my fan base, our fan base, excuse me. I love our people that sit down and take it, take their time out of the day just to listen to AFN, listen to Unholy Alliance. Absolutely love you guys. Been doing this shit for about 3 going on 4 years. You guys have always supported your boy, Mad Mike and Miss Maggie K. Styles. So ain't no love lost. But I tell you like it is. Y'all tell it like it is. That's why other people, they can't deal with it. We don't block people over here for having an opinion. We block people for being disgusting. Calling people, you know those words that's off limits. We want all the smoke. The Robin Hood was there and tried to save the day. Fields is so great, why didn't the Bears make the playoffs? Oh, but that's different. He doesn't have enough weapons. You see how that works? I posed a question yesterday. It's like, if Deion Jones would have had the exact same numbers that Fourier had, and Fourier had Deion Jones' number, would you guys still be upset and ready to get rid of Fourier? had he had the exact same season that Deion Jones had. If Fourier and Deion Jones switched places, would you guys still be on the get rid of Debo plan? That's a serious question. Nobody's answered that. We try to hold Deion to this higher this higher standard. Why? Because he's the great Deion Jones. We're used to him having pick sixes and damn near 200 tackles and being on point on every aspect of the game. Soon as you have a less than subpar year that we're seeing from, like, we're not used to seeing from Debo, y'all want to get rid of. But if that was Fourier, nobody would have an issue with it. Why? Because Fourier has not had the type of year that Deion Jones. So it becomes a matter of, if he's not a superstar and they not making superstar plays, you want to get rid of him. There's no place in the game for above average players. Everybody has to be elite. That's essentially what you guys are saying. You can't have above average linebackers. Everybody has to be elite. Yeah, you can't have above average players. We got to get rid of them. Like I said, just it baffles me to see people say with a straight face, because Deion Jones didn't have a Deion Jones year, then he sucks. We need to get rid of him. So if a guy isn't elite, he means nothing. He's worthless. We're not focusing on the fact that we had 18 sacks. We're focusing on the fact that Deion Jones didn't have an elite season. Yeah. We're not focusing on the fact that the defense gave up 2,200 yards rushing, over 135 yards a game. We're not focusing on that fact. We're focusing on the fact that Deion Jones didn't have an elite season. So now, since he's making X amount of dollars, he's worthless. We've been trying to get back a John Abraham, or a guy that plays at the caliber of a John Abraham. We've been trying to get that back for how many years now? Somebody let me know that number. Somebody let me know what that number is. How many years have we been trying to get another Johnny Abraham in this team? Please, somebody tell me, how long has it been since the Atlanta Falcons cut Johnny Abraham? Like I said, I just want to know, man. I just got a lot of questions. I just got a lot of questions for a lot of people. And I'm talking about people that like even work with the Atlanta Falcons. I got questions for them. The media, everybody. I got questions. I just want to answer. I want people to answer those questions for me. No one has ever answered that. The only thing that we keep saying is, well, he's making $10 million or whatever the number is for Debo. I think it's like 12, 13 million, something like that. Well, Deion is making 12, 13. He shouldn't be playing above average. He need to be playing elite. And then they bring up the fact that PFF numbers. Said Deion Jones sucked because of his PFF numbers. Well, the guy that was the highest They got paid the most in the offseason, and 4-year Olakun was ranked slightly above them. And we're talking about slightly. He was ranked in like the 40s. Dion had like a 39, and 4-year was ranked like 43rd or something like that. So he's not much better than him. But let's get rid of Deion Jones because he isn't elite. These like I said, it makes no sense. If you're going to diminish a player's worth because of dollar signs, if you're going to diminish his value to a team because of dollars, then what the fuck are we even, like, what are we doing? Let's just pay everybody the same amount of money and then let's go from there. Because we're diminishing everybody's value based on dollars. So what's the point of paying everybody different salaries? If we're going to diminish everybody's value based on how much money they're getting, then what's the point of paying people different value? Different, like, what's the point of that? So, like I said, bro, I just have a lot of questions that I want answered, and nobody would ever answer those questions for me. We're worried about getting rid of Deion Jones, a guy that had an average season, but we're not worried about sacks. We're not worried about the fact that the D line can't stop the run. We're not worried about the fact that the offense can't run the ball consistently. We're not worried about the fact that a lot of our offensive linemen are still young and they still need to learn the game. The biggest headliner in Atlanta is let's get rid of Deion Jones because he's making, what, $13 million? That's the headliner in Atlanta. Not the fact that we have a young guy in Desmond Ridder that we need to develop properly to make sure he has a solid defense, special teams, running game, offensive line, because you do realize if a Deion Jones isn't there and you have guys like Trae Anderson, a guy like Rashaan Evans that got cut and from his team, granted that I think DNP knows what he's talking about, but the fact of the matter, he got cut. So he has deficiencies. Couple that with a guy in Michael Walker, who I think is a very good linebacker, but we don't know what he is at this point. But we're not focused on, we need as much defensive players as we possibly can. Let's get rid of Deion Jones. That's the headliner. Let's save $1 million by cutting Deion and trading Deion and getting a worthless draft pick that's going to do nothing for us in 2022. That's what we're focused on. It baffles me that a lot of these content creators are not held responsible for the bullshit they put out, and they don't answer. They put out a lot of opinions, but they will not answer their own questions. You put out a narrative, but you won't explain your narrative. You just want to say, well, that's just my opinion, and that's just the way it's going to be. Y'all pull my card. Why y'all won't pull their card? You pull K-Styles cards all the time. Y'all ask us all the time, why? But we take Aaron Freeman word for gospel. The Falcoholic word for gospel. Y'all don't check them. Oh man, you're right, man. Oh yeah, you're right. Why, Aaron? Well, Aaron doesn't want to. Yeah, he doesn't want to go in detail why he believes what he believes. He believes what he believes, and that's all there is to it. We're explaining to you exactly the reason why Deion Jones needs to be here, or what's the best case of action should the Falcons release Deion Jones. Oh, we talk about that. You've heard us say a number of times what the hell was going to happen with Deion Jones. And what should happen should the Falcons get rid of Deion Jones. Who's going to step up? Oh, you heard us say that. We don't play fantasy football around here. This ain't Madden game over here, pimping. Dude, Deion Jones, a two-time Pro Bowler. They want us to get rid of him because he has our average season. That's what look. That's my thing. Like that's Southside. That's my issue. That's my biggest issue. A guy have an average season, above average season, however you want to say it, and we want to get rid of him because he had that one mistake or one subpar season from what we used to seeing from Deion Jones, and let's get rid of him. And I always ask people, they say the same thing over and over again. Well, I saw Deion Jones, man. He looked lost out there. Well, show me the games. What game they always bring up? The Washington game where he missed the tackle. Yeah. Yeah, he missed a crucial tackle in a crucial moment, and we say they run with the narrative that Deion Jones is playing lost. Well, excuse me, sir. How the fuck do you have over 130 tackles and look lost? Please fucking explain that to me. You missed 15, 17 fucking tackles the entire year, but somehow you're lost. Because maybe my math isn't great, but how the fuck do you have 130 plus tackles, miss 17 tackles? How the fuck do you look lost? How the fuck are you lost and have that many tackles? And got more solo tackles than the guy that's had 200. Just like explain that to me. That's my bad. Explain that shit to me. Cause maybe my math ain't great, but how the fuck do you look lost and got 130 tackles? If I'm lost and I get 130 tackles, picture what the fuck I can do when I'm not lost. Just like a lot, like, look, just make it make sense, people. That's all I'm asking. Make it make sense. Had us trading Deion Jones and both of our second, seventh round picks to Washington for Montez Sweat and that sixth round pick. Well, at this point in time, if anybody is going, it's going to be on the idea that this team believes in Troy Anderson and he's making more strides than they expect. Because it does nothing to get rid of Deion Jones. You're better off keeping the Deion Jones than actually trading the Deion Jones if you're not going to get anything in return. And plus, I don't understand wasn't Montez Sweat injured, if I'm not mistaken? I think he had an injury. It might have been Chase Young, but I think both had an injury. And I'm not certain if he could play in the 3-4. He's a bigger guy. Is he compatible for what the Falcons run on defense? Not sure. So he did break. I know it was an injury. I thought of probably thinking about Chase with the injury. I think he chased like towards ACL or something like that. But I don't. That's an indictment on the guys that we have if we're trading for guys like Sweat. That means that we didn't really do a good job in going out there and getting talented D linemen. Because you got to remember, the Falcons ended up trading up to get AKA Arnold Ibikide, AKA AK-47. D'Angelo, Lorenzo Carter, Ogum Deji. They brought in quite a few guys. And then you still got Taquan Graham, Marlon Davidson, all these guys still at your disposal. Grady Jarrett. So what will be the reason? Because I think this is his second or third year. That would mean that the Falcons would have to look into bringing him back as far as his contract is concerned. Make a decision on whether or not they're going to bring him back. Because if he ends up having a good year with the Atlanta Falcons, that's another contract. And defensive ends, edge rushers, pass rushers ain't getting paid no less than $18 million these days. So is that really worth it? So like I said before, we're going to go into detail again tonight. Six-man K Styles. All right, check his channel out. The link is in the description. But like I said before, we got to keep that same energy when it comes down to our favorite players. We can't make excuses because these guys are our favorite players. If LeBron can go out here and recruit every team, every player, the Hawks can go out here and try to make that team better by bringing in more stars. KD can search for a team that's going to not only suit him, but give him an opportunity to compete for a championship. If LeBron can do that, so can others. And that's the point of this live. We got to keep that same energy. A lot of hypocrisy with these content creators and a lot of these analysts And like I said, I'm kind of I like Shannon Sharp, but Shannon's a big fucking hypocrite when it come down to this. How can you say with a straight face that KD don't want to compete? He run every time he get a shot. That man quoted the whole song. He's a runner, he's a track star. Yeah, he quoted the whole song. But LeBron can go on national TV and talk about how he want to play with Steph Curry, and that's not weak. But KD and the Hawks are weak. Yeah, it baffles me how that shit works. So at the end of the day, we're going live tonight. All right, we're going live tonight. 6-man K Styles. We got some topics for your ass. We're going to expand on this also. So check us out, 6-man K Styles. All right, the number 6 TH K Styles 2 Z's. That's all I got to say. At the end of the day, these lives are just lies. So you feel any type of way, you felt like I was picking on this person and picking on you, I was, but it's all in good fun. All right, that's all I got to say about that. Your boy Bad Bockers out of here, bad. Peace.